A great starting hole and a beautiful par 4. A tee shot in the center or the left side of the fairway will leave you a mid to short iron into the green, which has 2 tiers and deep bunkers right and left. Club selection will be very important, especially when the pin is in the back part of the green. Water, water everywhere! Number 2 is the toughest par 3 because of the forced carry over the water. This green is 25 yards in depth, and most of the players have a short to mid-iron shot. There is room to miss the green long if you hit too much club, but the pitch shot back towards the water can be rather intimidating since the green actually slopes that way as well. The first of Legacy's strong par 5s. You must avoid the bunkers along the right side all the way to the green. Now, judging the distance on your approach to the green is difficult because of the creek and bunker complex around the green. The toughest pin position is on the left side behind the bunker, where it's tough to get a shot very close to the hole. The elevated tee provides a great start to par 4. The fairway bunker can be carried by only the longest hitter. Your club selection is key as the green is almost 40 yards in depth. The toughest pin is back left, and any approach from the left side of the fairway will have to carry the bunker to get close. You have a really good shot at making a birdie or a double bogey here. Tee shots between the bunkers will leave a mid to short iron into a green well guarded by the creek around the front and to the right, as well as a bunker to the left. The toughest pin? Well, it's back and left on the shelf as the bunker comes into play even more. A tee shot must be in the center left side of this fairway, otherwise you'll be blocked by trees on your second shot. Only the longer hitters will even be able to have a chance to hit this green in 2, as it's all carry uphill to the green. A layup, even with the first bunker, will leave you with about 80 to 90 yards to another well-bunkered large green. Play this hole wisely. Lay up off the tee to about 80 to 100 yards and leave yourself a full wedge uphill to a green with bunkers protecting the whole right side of this fairway and green. This hole is well guarded with out of bounds on the right and the left side, creating the need for a good tee shot. A pin tucked at the front right of the green will require some precise wedge play in order to get the ball close. This is a picturesque par 3 that you cannot afford to miss on the right, left, or long. Misses will see the ball run downhill farther from the green, as this greens complex sits atop a ridge. Pins in the back right and left near the bunkers present the toughest of tests on this hard-to-hit green. This is a great finishing hole to the front 9. This hole doglegs slightly to the right. Favor the left center of the fairway off the tee, as there is a large drop-off on the right side of the fairway that forces your ball down the hill and into the creek. Hit a mid to long iron into this large green divided by a swale that sits left of center. Now the back 9 starts with a great driving hole with a demanding second shot, especially if the pin is placed left over the greenside bunker. The tee shot that favors the center and right side will provide a better approach to the green, which is slightly elevated and falls off dramatically around the back. Miss the green long, and it's a tough up and down. Trouble lurks along the entire right side of this long, narrow, and somewhat reachable par 5. There is more room in the landing area than appears down the left side. Second shots up the left side to about 100 yards leaves a full wedge to a green bordered by bunkers. If the pin is in the back and left, don't go directly for it. Going over this green is not an option. This is a long uphill par 4 and the toughest hole on the back 9. One of your best drives of the day will be greatly appreciated here. Your approach shot will be to a green that appears very narrow with a lot of contour. Shots missed in the right bunker or to the right of the bunker will be very difficult to get up and down. Par is actually a great score here. The green on this hole has 3 distinct levels. A shot that stops on the correct level could easily result in a birdie. However, shots on the wrong part of the green will require some skillful putting. There's more room to the left side of the green than appears, but don't mess with those bunkers, or a bogey will be a good score. Avoiding the bunkers off the tee is the first challenge on this beautiful downhill par 4. A greenside lake right and a large bunker to the left await slightly errant shots. The green is long and narrow and angles back to the right and slopes uphill to the back, making for a tough up and down. For approach shots, hit long. The toughest drive placement on the golf course is facing you on number 15. A slight dogleg left with an uphill tee shot to an elevated fairway that kicks balls to the left and right, either into the woods or into a hazard, is what makes this hole so tough. There is a large swale in the middle of this green. It's also being guarded by large bunkers in the front and the rear of the green. Hole 16 gives you a little chance to exhale, as the tee shot is a bit more forgiving than the last hole. A short par 4 with a good-sized green and a ridge running through the middle of the green that poses a problem for longer putts. The green is well guarded by bunkers on the front right and left, but a short iron into the green makes this hole a little bit easier than others. Number 17 is an absolute gem of a par 3 with the highest elevation on the golf course. The downhill tee shot can play up to 200 yards from the back tees. Anywhere on the green is considered a good shot, but don't miss to the left, as nothing good ever happens to the left of this green. This is a really good finishing hole, as it gives you a chance for a birdie and for the longer hitters to go for it in 2. But it requires a well-struck long iron or fairway metal. The green is not that big, and it's rather undulating with a big drop-off to the rear and a bunker that protects the left side with water on the right. It is a great finishing hole on a great golf course.